Solution. This is equal to, let's replace all the variables with parentheses. So that was a negative sign, and then the b will go in this parenthesis, plus a big square root of a parenthesis for the b, second power on the outside, minus 4 times parenthesis for the a times parenthesis for the c over 2 times parenthesis for the a. Now let's plug in all the b's. B is equal to 4. So a 4 will go inside of this parenthesis, and another b would be here. A 4 goes here because b is equal to 4. Now we're ready to plug in a. A is 2. It goes in this parenthesis, 2 in place of a, and it goes on the bottom parenthesis because there's an a there. The last variable is c equals 3. It only appears in this last parenthesis. So we carefully substituted with parentheses, very important, with parentheses, all the values that we're plugging in for a, b, and c. Now we're going to simplify. Negative 4, we don't need that parenthesis, plus big long square root, 4 to the second power, 4 times 4 is 16, minus 4 times 2 is 8, 8 times 3, 3 times 8 is 24, over 2 times 2 is 4. And that is equal to negative 4 plus the square root of, let's see, 16 minus 24 is negative 8 over 4. Okay, I think we're going to run out of space, so let's try to squeeze more on one line. That's equal to negative 4 plus, okay, we're going to get an I out for the negative sign, times the square root of 8 over 4. Don't try to cancel the 4's. It's too early because the 4 on top is not even a factor. It's not multiplying. It's just being added up there or subtracted, so you can't cancel it unless it's multiplying the entire top. Factor 8. So let's bring down negative 4, bring along plus I. Now, this is times, bust up this square root of 8 to the square root of 4 times the square root of 2. See, what we did was we brought out the perfect square in the front and busted it out, the square root of 4. That thing we can simplify. Let's do it then. This is equal to negative 4 plus I times, okay, what is the square root of 4? It's 2 times the square root of 2 over 4. Let's just clean it up a little bit. Bring down your negative 4 plus, let's see, I times 2 square root of 2 over 4. Okay, now you have to resist the temptation to cancel these two 4's on the top and bottom because the one on top is not available to be canceled. It's not a factor. What we do now, we have simplified the radical as best we can. We simplified the square root of negative 8 down to I times 2 times the square root of 2. Now we're ready to see if we can factor the top and bottom and cancel a common factor. Now on the top, there are two terms separated by the plus sign in the middle. The two terms that are separated by the plus sign, they share a common factor of 2. So we'll pull out that 2 on top times something. Now on the bottom, we're also going to be able to factor 2 times 2. Let's figure out what goes in this parenthesis. 2 times what will give me the negative 4? Negative 2. 2 times what will give me a positive square root of I2 square root of 2. In other words, I'm asking 2 times what gives me the last term? I times 2 times square root of 2. And the answer is positive I times the square root of 2. Now at this point, we can cancel a factor of 2 across the top and bottom. Do you believe that the factoring on top is correct? If you don't believe that I factored that correctly, you should distribute multiplication by 2 to see that you get negative 4 plus I times 2 square root of 2. Okay, so we cancel the 2's, and our answer is now negative 2 plus I times the square root of 2 over 2. Now these 2's cannot cancel because the negative 2 on top is not a factor. It's a term that's being added or subtracted. Remember, factors are things that multiply the entire top or the entire bottom, and only those are available to be canceled. Terms are things that are being added or subtracted to stuff. So this negative 2 upstairs, he's a term. He's not a factor. He can't cancel with anything. We're finished.